October 31st. Halloween on a Friday. The calendar just did us a favor. I'm Your Name, and this is Earth's Ghetto, where we try to make sense of this wild planet without losing our minds or our snacks. Today on Earth's Ghetto, a 5-minute flyover of what's real, what's ridiculous, and what's actually worth your energy. Why one small move before midnight might save future you from a mess. And a story about courage that's not corny. Just real enough to sting a little. If you're new here, welcome to the madness. Grab a seat, grab a snack, maybe sage the room. It's that kind of show. Weather check, spooky cute. Economy check, still giving haunted house vibes, loud noises, fake blood, questionable exits. And your inbox? Fully possessed. We'll handle that together. Today's episode is brought to you by Sponsor Name, the only product that won't ghost you when you need it most. All right, candy in one hand, coffee in the other. Let's get into the chaos. This is Earth's Ghetto for Friday, October 31st. Let's roll.
What's up, y'all? Happy. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Friday. I found out my husband is a huge Halloween dude. He's like, I just like Halloween. This man bought the biggest bucket of candy, and he's just gonna sit it on our porch because I'm not passing it out and trust these little kids to take some. But my husband carves pumpkins and all the above. He is big on holidays, and I know this. I've been with this man almost 11 years, but it's just becoming so evident when he loves, I guess he's just a holiday dude. I made another cake today, y'all. I made a chocolate cake, and it came out flawlessly. It was good. I have a belly full of cake for dinner. My stomach is definitely hurting, but it was so worth it. It'll probably be the last that I eat of it because it just hurts my stomach too bad, but it was so good. My husband requested chocolate cake, so I'm not a chocolate cake fan, but that cake was moist. I gotta say, I did my thing. I went to the gym today, of course, in the store. My legs were sore. I was not feeling it, but Fridays are just always extremely busy for me, but I got her done. It was worth it. Other than that, y'all, let's hop into this news. Gail, they say she's done on CBS Mornings. I'm sure Oprah will find her a job. Ocean scientists have found dozens of new species in one of the most remote parts of the world, the bottom of the Southern Ocean. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the Pentagon carried out another lethal kinetic strike in the Pacific Ocean this time. Viral brick lady found guilty after allegedly faking an attack and scamming GoFundMe donors ordered to pay $42,000. Yeah, this girl definitely scammed. She was all over TikTok, saying she got hit in the face by a dude that didn't want to give her a number, and people donated. Up to 23,000 National Guard troops are being trained for civil unrest missions in cities, in an indication that the Trump administration's efforts to send military forces into urban centers could become the norm. Penny shortage leaves retailers struggling to make change. Serena Williams alleges former rival believes she was using witchcraft to win matches. Sean Diddy Combs has been transferred to Fort Dix, where he will serve time for prostitution-related charges. Health Secretary Kennedy says there's not sufficient proof to show Tylenol causes autism. He must be scared of that lawsuit. Epstein survivors have fired off this letter to White House Speaker Mike Johnson demanding that he swear in Arizona representative to get this Epstein stuff moving forward. Somebody said due to inflation, this song has been edited down to just beans and greens. No tomatoes or potatoes. New York Governor Kathy Hochul on Thursday declared a state of emergency to issue $65 million for assistance to food banks. Mangione Luigi, he got a clique up in jail. He hanging out with the brothers. He clicked up. The U.S. says China has agreed to purchase 25 million metric tons of soybeans annually after the country's leaders discuss trade measures. A JetBlue flight traveling from Mexico to New Jersey on Thursday made an emergency landing after experiencing a drop in altitude. The Jetson One personal air vehicle price $128,500. I mean, that's futuristic, but it ain't Jetson level. I mean, it ain't gonna protect you from the storm. Andrew, the younger brother of King Charles, was being stripped of his title as prince. Offset hit with $2.3 million in tax liens as Cardi B's divorce drama continues. LeBron James has reportedly demolished his $37 million LA property and is now building 2 mega mansions. This is how rich I want to be, one for him and his son. I know that's right. Buy it all up. The Senate just voted 50-46 to strip Donald Trump of his power to impose tariffs. The toll in major police raid on drug gang in Rio de Janeiro has risen to 119. This is a new robot called Neo. He's supposed to help with household chores like laundry, vacuuming, putting away groceries, and cleaning. He costs $20,000. For $20,000, this better be impeccable. And he better not charge me no money for electricity, because it's like $20,000. This guy gotta be deluxe. He's 5'6" tall. And he only weighs 66 pounds. He can hear, see, and remember things about you. Neo. Trump orders the Pentagon to start testing nuclear weapons for the first time since 1992. Letitia Stotch, 42, is currently serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole after being convicted of unaliving her 11-year-old stepson. I think that's the lady that made her son stay outside in the cold. I believe. Can't believe it's October 31st already. They want to know who was at fault. Why did he try to do that? Of course the black car is at fault. Thank goodness some people have their camera on. Blood pressure medicine recalled over high levels of cancer-causing chemical. Layla Ali shuts down hopes of a comeback fight, says she won't reward Claressa with a payday after years of disrespect. Layla was never getting in the ring. He was never getting in the ring. A man reportedly hid in his ex's closet to surprise her with flowers and opened fire on her new man instead. Yeah, that's what he told the police. That he was hiding in her closet for that. Somebody said they was watching a slave movie on Tubi and one of the slaves got braces. Tubi is not serious at all. Tiana Taylor was killing it in her time. She was at that time. Is that possibly? I think it's time 100. I don't know why they said time 10. Yes, time 100. But the fact that Tiana got 2 kids, just her metabolism is cray cray. Toni Braxton said her and Birdman are celebrating their first year wedding anniversary. I still can't believe that she married that man. I don't know how she can understand anything he's saying. Maryland man is arrested for allegedly disguising himself as a poorly dressed female to secretly film women inside a Planet Fitness showers. That is scary and crazy. What the heck? Trump limits refugees to 7,500, prioritizes white South Africans. He's still bringing them over here. They still want to come over here. Would you rather change your past or control your future? Definitely control my future. The only reason I would change my past is maybe get my grandma to live a little longer, my dad, stuff like that, but the future, definitely better. Alright, y'all, let's get into my story time, see what I got. So this man, tenderism, him and his meat would be falling off the bone. He be like, I mean, but what got me is his brisket. Y'all see it when yeah, that's his brisket. Now that brisket falling off, that he know he be doing this thing. You can't tell him he ain't.
Boy, that's what I'm talking about. I just love this type of stuff right here. I don't think we was playing though. See this brisket here?
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
No funny, I really got a question. Who is keeping these in stock? Like, I feel like when they bring the shipment, they only need 2 bags. No funny.
My husband be buying these. This is the only reason I say this video.
Excuse me, sir. What are you supposed to be for Halloween?
We them boys!
That was perfect.
Oh my. Sis, how old is he? He's a big dog. Oh my, come here. Yeah, leave that dog alone.
Somebody threw her away and we took her.
Huh?
Somebody threw her away and we took her.
Everybody keep asking me about your dog.
Everybody said she walking me.
Yup. How you know?
Somebody said I was on Instagram.
Yup, uh-huh.
Oh, you saw it?
Yup.
She's a monster.
Oh my, yo, slow down, stop pulling her. You need I'm gonna get you a different chain so we don't pull you. Okay? I'm gonna get you a different chain. Look, we about to get you a chain. You gonna get right, cause he gonna stop pulling you, sis. For real. What's your name?
Nikki.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
74.
Oh, okay. You still mobile though.
I got to.
Look, tomorrow, come on 4-5. I'm gonna get you a different chain. So you don't.
Nikki and his dog.
Period, Grandma. Oh.
Period, Grandma.
You probably think that little shit you going through really so much. There had people going through shit that they thought crack was the solution. Now think about it. You ain't never think crack was the solution. Crack ain't never a solution. I don't give a fuck what's going on. You probably...
They said, let me hit that. What was they? Some people did it for fun, for real. That man a certified freak. Y'all need to check his past.
When I get asked, why would anybody want to be with somebody that doesn't have any feet? Let me explain it to you. This is her ex. This is me. And every once in a while, this is me too. When I get asked...
There's a lot going on.
No, I did not sleep with my son. We were dating. Dating does not mean sleeping together. Anyway, now we're in therapy. It's very awkward. We're trying to work through it. No, we're not dating anymore.
This is one of the craziest shit I've heard in a very long time. It's also one of the most weird shit I've heard in a long time. And there's a lot to the story that we don't know. I don't know how old the woman is, and I don't know how old her son is. But what we do know so far is that when she was 15 years old, she gave birth to her son, and they took the son right away for adoption, so she never got to see him. So now she's suing her son because she's saying that he knew that she was his mother when he pursued her romantically. Which in itself is so weird, because if you knew that was your mother and then you try to date her, like, I can't even imagine this weird shit that's going on. Also, we're not going to skip over the fact that you were trying to date a boy that was 15 years younger than you. And like she said, they didn't sleep together. They were just dating, which it doesn't make it that much better, but it is better. At least they didn't sleep together. Yeah, this story is just weird as shit. I can't make sense of it.
I don't know what's going on.
Yo, when I newly came to the United States, I didn't know the meaning of cashback. When you go buy something, they say cashback. So, it was funny how I was going to a store. Every time I get to that store, the lady will ask me if I need cash back. And I'll be like, yeah, I need some money. I need cash back. She said, go ahead, hit the button right there. I press it, $20. I'm like, welcome to America. America is sweet. America is a nice place to live. Cash back? Like you buy something, they say you want money, they give you money. I went to the same store again. Somebody else in that store said, you want some money back? I said, yeah, I want some money back. I took $30. I said, damn, welcome to the United States, the place that I've been dreaming to come to. So I went to another store. I kept going to that same store. They keep asking me if I want some cash back. I was taking $10, $20, $30, $40 cash back. I did not go to any store beside that store, because they're the only ones that give me money. Whole time, it was my money. I said, hell no. When I checked my bank account, it was negative, overdraft. So I was like, how am I negative? Then somebody was not like, you bought something from this store, you took cash back. The next day you went there, you took cash back. I said, but they keep asking me if I need some money. They said, that's your money, bro. I said, that's my money? They said, that's your money. Cash back is your money. America played me, man. Technology played me. Whole time I thought I was balling. Whole time I thought the United States is a nice place to live. United States is a place where you get things for free. I thought United States is a place where you can enjoy yourself and not spend no money. Man, I didn't know I was being played without cash back. Before I turned around, my account was negative. They even charged me overdraft fee. That's when I know that America is not a place to play with. They're playing too much dumbass game.
How you gonna get mad at America because you don't understand how banking work, bro? Somebody said you better put that cash back. Somebody said bro was going in for $1 pack of gum and getting $20. Yeah, I don't know what pipe dream he was believing, but bro, that's on you. That ain't on America.
So tell me why I broke up with my girl at work and this hoe done brought both of my pit bulls to my job and left them bitches loose. I ran out of that motherfucker so fast. They still loose right now. Fuck the dogs, fuck the bitch too. I'm gone.
So you just moved out your parents' house and
Hey, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Don't worry, y'all.
I'm always
Get this
With I literally
We're making. It's like I'm trying to figure out how are we supposed to live, laugh, and love when these bills are kicking and scratching and fucking punching. Enough is a fucking enough. It's like I'm trying to.
Welcome to today's episode of I Saw It, Now You Need to See It.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right.
I don't know what was happening at that concert.
Maybe I'm just a dumb American, but I just got to my hotel room in Spain, and I got a little balcony view looking at the beach. I look off the balcony, I see a couple of floating Tetons, a couple of pits, and I go, hold on, did I say I'm on a new beach? And then I talk to somebody at the front desk, they're like, yeah, this is just like kind of a Europe thing. Huh? Well, wee, bitch. So I got my room right here. With a view like that, bitch, I'm staying in the goon room. They probably think I'm filming them right now. I'm gonna put the camera down, but don't worry, I got my shit out too. Sipping on a picante, which I think is Spanish for chlamydia. Maybe I'm just.
Once I let a blood gang member live with me when I was manic. Why did I do this? Because I met him at the gym. I was dancing in the gym and he saw me and he was like, hey, what's good? What are you doing? I was like, I'm working out. I'm dancing, bro. What are you doing? And he was like, I'm just chilling here waiting for my mom. And I was like, okay, cool. And, he was cool people. He told me I looked like a singer that he really loved. And I looked at the singer and it was just some random fat black bitch. Dark-skinned black bitch. She was beautiful, but, just didn't look like me. But that's... Girl, focus. So anyway, yeah, this is my first red flag was when he asked me to use my phone to call his mom because he didn't have a phone. So that's what I let him do. I was like, yeah, sure, use my phone. I was like, how old are you again? He was like 28, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. And so his mom said that she could pick him up in 5 hours. So I was like, you know what? You could come chill at my house until then. Pure intentions, by the way. I was just manic, guys. I was just trying to be helpful to everyone. So I let him come over, and he's showing me his writings. And he's rapping, we're singing, we're dancing, we're having a good old jolly time. And after that, he never really just fucking left, bro. Like, we did everything together. He was an alcoholic, and it kind of made me into an alcoholic. It didn't make me into an alcoholic, it just triggered the alcoholism in me. So I started drinking with him, but he was also Russian, guys, by the way. And he told me that his dad was probably in the mob. And when he would get drunk, he would get really scary with me. He'd be like, if you ever disrespect me, I will fucking kill you. He would put on this Russian accent. He didn't even have a Russian accent, guys. I don't know where this came from. And I'd be like, you stupid ass punk ass bitch, I'll fucking fuck you the fuck up. You don't know where the fuck I come from, because me, I'm from the hood. People, I say that not as a joke, but people think I say that as a joke. I really am. He was afraid of me though. I told him about my people and what they could do. I'm not afraid of you. And he would always cry please, if I ever get angry like that again, don't beat me up in public. Don't beat me up, please. And I was like, no. And I think he's traumatized because he's got initiated to the blood gang by getting jumped, and he has a metal splint in his back. But we would literally walk around the hood and he'd show me all the little spots and stuff and all the people there. Even though I lived there, but, I just let him do his thing. But, yeah. It all ended because I was having these delusions. We were having these delusions. I don't know if there's so much delusions now. I kind of want to get back in touch with him. Because he would have these illusions that I was going to become really successful. Let's just say that, because I don't want to reveal our master plans. But we gave people like numbers on success, and he gave himself a 0, which is like ultimate, and he gave me a 2. Second is the best. So we'll see. I don't think he was as crazy as people made him out to seem, though. I think he was onto something, and I kind of want to see him now. You know what? I think I am going to reach out to him. Hold on. But anyways, it ended because he took my keys, and I was like, yeah, just bring them back. And he never brought them back. I went to the mental hospital, and my beautiful auntie had to go track him around my city to fucking track him down and snatch those keys from him. And yeah, when I got back home, my apartment was fucking trashed, bro. There's a lot of other repercussions because of that, but I'm not going to get into it because you guys are already all up in my business. But yeah, he was a good guy, but he was just an alcoholic, and it ruined a lot of things for him, I think. And for me too. Alcoholism ruins lives. So guys, sober up.
This girl.
Okay, I need to gather my thoughts about this because I just did some clarification over the whole my trans ex-husband forcing the kids to call her dad. So my kids want to call her dad. They have called her dad their whole lives. They're still adamant about it to this day. So this process has been like, I don't know, a year or 2 years, something in there. What happened was the kids would be in public and they would call her dad, and people would obviously turn their heads and be like, what? So people were noticing, and their dad sat them down and told them, you're not allowed to call me dad anymore, and you have to pick a new name. So my kids picked Achka and Baba. And my daughter has reported to me that when she slips up, Aaron quite rudely goes, I'm not responding to that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So related to this then is my feelings on the subject, which is Aaron goes behind my back and tries to convince people that the kids have 2 moms, when none of us have agreed to that change or like difference. And it's disingenuous because it's trying to set me up to look like I'm a divorced lesbian. And if people are allowed to feel upset when they get misgendered, I'm allowed to be upset that people are sexualitying me based on my ex running around town trying to pretend that she was never trans. It's a lie. It's a lie, and I'm not playing it, and I don't care who comes in my comments, and like I keep doing it. But here's what I have to say about you coming into my comments. Like, do it. I make money on that shit when I respond to it. So yap away. I don't give a shit.
To think that people are dealing with some crazy stuff. This world.
So about a week ago, I found out that I am 33 weeks pregnant. I was not experiencing pregnancy symptoms. I was not showing up until like about a month ago. So this is not a super long story. It's a shocking story, but not super long. I thought I was having stomach issues for the last month. My stomach descended and got randomly really big, and I thought I just couldn't go number 2. So my sister convinced me to go to the ER this past Friday, July 4th, and I went to the ER, and when I got my sonogram done, they told me I was 33 weeks pregnant, as in like 33 weeks pregnant, and my due date is August 15th. Yeah, so I got on weight loss pills in October of 2024, and apparently one of the pills in the combination can lower your hormonal birth control. I was on an IUD that now the doctors cannot find. What do you mean you can't find it? The same sonographer who was able to find my baby could not find my IUD. We don't know where it is. No one knows where it is, and it shouldn't have fallen out because I've never had a baby before, and it's been in me for years. So that was fun to learn too. Yeah, so life has been lifing. It's been a lot. Finding out that my belly descending is because I'm almost 9 months pregnant. And even then, it looks bigger from this angle, but when I stand up, my stomach does not look like I am about to give birth any day now. I've been feeling a lot of emotions. At first, I was having a mental breakdown because what do you mean? I'm 33 weeks pregnant with my first child, and I have had a cryptic pregnancy up until a month ago. My stomach was completely flat up until like the second week of June. I have been around all my friends. I have been around my family. No one has seen where this child has been. I don't know where they were hiding. They could have made an appearance a little sooner. You know, mommy would have appreciated that a little bit. But I will say, even with all the emotions that I'm going through and the stress that I initially felt, every time I feel this child kick, I'm like, okay, you're coming. You're a little miracle baby. Apparently, I was meant to be a mom. So it's been a lot, but everything's going to fall into place. It's just really insane how life can come at you very quickly. After the initial shock, went into go mode of, okay, it's time to like lock in. Obviously, I'm literally about to be a mom for real. It's just crazy to think that I conceived this child at some point in November and had no symptoms of pregnancy, no idea what I was going through until literally like weeks ago. And now it's like, holy crap, a baby's coming.
Welcome to motherhood.
I want to get me a watermelon, but I don't want you motherfuckers in an arm and an ankle monitor to sell me one. If you got on an arm and an ankle monitor, I don't want your watermelon. I don't know what's become of the world, but everybody's a damn agriculturalist. A farmer. Y'all done discovered the art of cultivating and germinating seeds, and now you're slinging watermelon out the back of a damn Hellcat. What happened to the watermelon man? I want my watermelon out the back of a rusty F-150. A red one at that, to be exact. I want them in coveralls. A straw hat 8-out hole in the middle. I want the whole left side of them teeth missing. Shotgun mouth. See right down your throat out your ass. I want the soil still attached to my watermelon. Them watermelons be clean as hell. Pop the chunk of that Hellcat. Talking about some here, queen. I got your watermelon. No thank you. You eat it. No thank you. Where's the watermelon? That was an art form that didn't need to be tampered with. A tradition. And then the prices come along with the Hellcat. $25 watermelon because it's orange and yellow. I'd be damned to hell. I can't wait to see what come all y'all eating them damn colorful rainbow ass Skittle watermelons. You thought the COVID vaccine was bad. Your ass gonna grow a damn limb. I don't want your watermelons. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry yourself with it. If your name ain't Larry, Harry, Jared from Jared, keep your watermelon. Herbert, Ralph. You talking about Jaquan? I got a watermelon for you, sis. I got a watermelon for you, twin.
Twin.
That's alright. That's alright. I want Bobby Womack bumping out the back of that truck. I want the check engine light on. It's just special specifics, technicalities that I just need. Oh, I go down to the quote, to the wiggly. I know how to pluck it. I know what I'm listening for. No, thank you.
And just be like that.
Imagine for a second that you're just having an awful day and you walk into a convenience store and you see this little tiny bottle that says you can be productive, you can have energy, it can all be great, and it's all plant-based. So you grab one, it's $10, little pricey, but the internet says they're fabulous. So you try it, and you're productive, and you're energetic, and you're great. And then the next morning you wake up and you're like, I could use another one of those. So you go to the store and you grab another one. Okay, now you're $20 deep. Halfway through the day, you're like, I could use another one of those. So you go, now you're $30 deep. Hold on, what's going on here? This is the Feel Free energy shot, and it's ravaging the country. Feel Free is sold as some holistic plant-based thing, but it's not. It's street drugs disguised with a Live, Laugh, Love sticker. This is a powerful psychoactive blend of kratom and kava. Now, the kratom will bind to your opioid receptors, basically giving you what is essentially a heroin addiction. The kava, now that will bind to your GABA system, which will give you a benzo addiction. This little shot is the devil. People report very quickly needing multiple shots a day just to get out of their withdrawals, never mind feeling that original high. There are almost 5,000 active users of r/quitting Feel Free, and it is a heartbreaking subreddit. Look at it. It is people who had no idea what they were getting into, who found themselves in a rehab and Narcotics Anonymous. There are multiple posts saying, I've never made it to day 6. I've tried so hard. I can't make it to day 6. That's heartbreaking. And my stance on prohibition is very much so anti-prohibition. However, it's very different when you're misleading people when they have no clue what they're getting themselves into, right? I don't care if you're knowledgeable, you know what you're doing to yourself, and you do it anyway. That's one thing. When you're tricking soccer moms and priests and people who just don't know any better and thinking they're just buying essentially a 5-hour energy, that's fucked up is what it is. Let's just say what it is. So if you see these, you know what they are now, and you can avoid them like the plague. It is a slippery slope, and you will get an addiction after taking just one because they're so strong. If you know anyone that claims to just casually like these, they probably don't. I'm not telling you to pry, but I'm telling you, just keep an eye on them because it could actually be something deeper than that. It's likely something deeper than that. And there's no motion to get this stuff off the shelves. Or to just get them to market responsibly. That's I mean, honestly, just tell people what it is. And put a little notice on it saying, hey, this is really addictive, this stuff. If you found yourself addicted to these things, I'm so sorry. Because chances are you got here because you were misled. But you can take control. So Feel Free took control of your life one shot at a time. But you can take it back one day at a time. You just gotta reach out for help. Narcotics Anonymous is out there. I would start with r/quitting Feel Free. That seems to be the best resource out there right now for just finding like-minded folks, people that fell into this by accident. And there's help available. So just know that. If you yourself are here, I'm so sorry.
That's crazy. Someone says, as someone in recovery, the amount of people that come in because of gas station drugs is crazy. I didn't get it at first, but after research, I don't know how it's legal. Somebody said it actually locks you into chains of addiction. It's a little on the nose, but so is everything else these days. I ain't even heard of nothing like this.
I'm debating on telling this story. Turns out, like, if you're a big black girl dating in America, like, you don't get a dating pool, really. You get more like a dating spit in the hand, you know? Let's talk about it. Currently writing a book, Big Girl, Small World. It's about being a big girl living in a small world. Wanna hear it? Here you go. Gonna pour ourselves a little shooter-rooney. Get this party started. Salud. No chaser because I'm a boss. Met a dude. Let's call him Sean. No Diddy. He's a real smooth talker. I could tell from a mile away. He reminded me of my daddy. It's not good. Met him online. He was like, what's good? I was like, what's good with you? He was like, let's go have some drinks. And I was like, for sure, let's do that. Because, like, what do we need to do small talk for? We made up. Everything was cool. He's like, hey, I really dig you. Let's go back to your house. And I'm already knowing, like, okay, I know what this is. You just want to smash and go, right? Because I live this life. I'm a big girl in a predominantly white area, black. And so, like, you know, I know what it is. That's not to say that I don't know my worth, but I know what it is in this situation. Plus, I needed to get some. So we go back to my house. Everything is cool. Puts it on me. I'm like, excuse me, sir, not the Sonic coins? So now I'm hooked. You're mine now. I'm yours, you're mine, we're hanging out. Red flag number 372 was when he kept calling me wifey, like after the first night we were hanging out. This is my problem. Like, sometimes I'm like, I try to fight it and I'm like, I know your worth, girl. Like, find somebody who's like 6'2" and like works in tech somewhere. And like, also, there's a dude that works at Home Depot who makes no money but is cool. You know what I mean? And I don't get a lot of good pics. Being honest. So night 2 we hang out because night 1 I was addicted, and night 2 we hang out and he's like, listen, I want to come over and make you dinner. He was like, can you pick me up? And I was like, sure. Ain't no bus that comes out here and you broke and all the things, but also Sonic coins. Plus he said he was gonna make me dinner. Why this man get to my house drunk as hell, not able to stand, and no dinner to be made? Talk about, I got something for you to eat. So I did what I was told. And Sonic coins again. Listen, I'm a big girl. If you are doing things correctly, I'm gonna tolerate a lot. Anyway, night 3 comes around. He's like, listen, let's just hang out, quiet night, whatever. I was like, for sure, let's hang out. Comes over, he's super sweet. He massages my back. That's a lot of back. He was all up in it. He's massaged it. Talking about, I think I'm falling in love with you. It's night 3, sir. And this is what happens with big girls sometimes. We get a dude who's like fully interested in us in a certain way, right? Because this man ain't got no car. Don't think he had a job. I didn't even ask. Found out that night that he lived in a group home. He had 7 kids by the same woman. He didn't have a license. He had just gotten out of jail. And let's see what else. That's about it. But again, big girl, small world. I was like, you know what? He fine still. All that kept replaying in my brain was like Sonic coins. Like, when's the last time you had that happen? Girl, forget he don't know how to drive. Girl, forget he been in jail. Girl, forget. Anyway, it's night 3. We're having a good time. And I decide to bring in some toys. I haven't dated a lot of black men. I grew up in a very predominantly white area. And I figured out that black men don't like toys so much. And I could just be generalizing. I don't know for sure. Like I said, haven't dated many, but the ones that I have were like, no. But this one said, okay, let's have some fun. And I said, you know what? Let's have some fun. So we're kissing and hugging and rubbing and, having a real good grown-up time. I turn on the toy. He's like, let me use it on you. I'm like, for sure. Then I was like, let me use it on you. He's like, okay. So I start using it in an area that he doesn't seem to mind. All of a sudden, this fool jumps out of my bed so quick. Like, I didn't even see it. He was like, shh. He starts pacing back and forth, talking about, oh, you're trying to me.
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's the show. Inspirations on the way. Y'all have a very safe, happy weekend. Don't forget to put back your clocks an hour this weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday. Y'all stay good. Stay up.
Sees your effort, why your progress feels invisible, why applause is silent and affirmation is missing. Listen, You are not being overlooked. You are being developed. Too many people lose focus trying to impress people who were never meant to understand their calling. They chase validation instead of vision. They perform instead of progressing. But God is not looking for performance. He's looking for progress. Quiet, consistent, unseen progress. You don't need the crowd to confirm your growth. You don't need people's approval to validate your purpose. The same God who saw David in the fields, Joseph in the prison, and Esther in hiding sees you where you are while others are counting likes. God is counting levels. When you stop focusing on people, you free your spirit to focus on purpose, because people can only see what's visible, but God blesses what's invisible. He blesses discipline. He blesses obedience. He blesses those silent nights when you wanted to quit, but kept going anyway. Understand this, God elevates quietly before he reveals loudly. The platform comes after the preparation. The spotlight comes after the secret work. Crown comes after the cave. That's why your progress may not look impressive right now. But trust this.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Robbins here with my dear friend Dean Graziosi. Listen, I want to call your attention to an earth-shattering change.
Progress may not look impressive right now. But trust this. Your quiet season is not wasted. It's working. Every tear, every trial, every test is pushing you closer to what he promised. Don't let comparison steal your concentration. Critics distract you from your calling. What God is doing in you privately will soon speak publicly. So keep sowing, keep praying, keep moving. Don't post it. Just progress. Don't announce it, just advance. Because when God gets ready to elevate you, no one can block what they never built. Your story is proof that slow growth is still growth. Silent seasons are still sacred. And the same God who started a good work in you will finish it his time, his way, for his glory. Before God ever elevates a person publicly, he develops them privately. Every great story, every breakthrough, every anointed leader, every powerful voice began in a quiet place. Unseen, uncelebrated, and often misunderstood. What you see on the platform is only the harvest of what was planted in private, and that's the part most people miss. We want the crown without the cave, the reward without the refinement, the stage without the struggle. But God's system doesn't work like that. He develops in secret what he plans to display in public. The private season is where the real work happens. It's where your heart is tested, your motives are purified, and your foundation is strengthened. It's where you learn obedience without an audience. It's where you discover that your identity is not rooted in applause, but in assignment. Private development is not glamorous. It's not loud, doesn't trend, but it's sacred. It's holy ground. It's the place where your faith is refined by fire and your character is shaped by consistency. Look at every person God used mightily and you'll find a hidden chapter. Before Moses led people out of Egypt, he spent 40 years in the desert learning to lead sheep. Before David was crowned king, he was tending his father's flock, killing lions and bears with nobody watching. Before Joseph ruled Egypt, he was confined in a prison, falsely accused, but still faithful. Before Esther saved her people, she was being prepared in the palace, in silence. Every elevation came after a season of private development. That's because God refuses to promote what has not been proven. He will never place you in public if your private life cannot sustain it. Many people desire visibility but lack stability. They want platforms but have not built principles. They want to shine but have not been shaped. The season of private development is God's mercy at work. He's protecting you from premature exposure because premature elevation is dangerous. It exposes you before you're ready, and what is not prepared will eventually collapse under pressure. You see, private development is where you learn dependence. It's where you discover that your strength alone is not enough. It's where you begin to rely fully on God's direction, not human validation. In that season, doors may close, people may walk away, opportunities may dry up, and you might think you've been forgotten. But the truth is, you're being formed. God is pruning, not punishing. He's molding your mindset, shaping your discipline, teaching you to trust him in silence so that when he speaks publicly, you'll have the maturity to handle it. In private, you learn what public can't teach you. How to be faithful without recognition. How to pray when there's no breakthrough. How to show up even when no one is watching. Those are the moments that define destiny, because consistency in private always produces credibility in public. You cannot fake authenticity. You cannot manufacture anointing. The oil that flows in public comes from crushing that happens in private. Many people want God to elevate them, but they're not willing to endure the hidden process. They get frustrated when things move slowly. They compare their journey to others who seem ahead. But remember, God's timing is intentional. He's not delaying it, He's developing. Every delay is discipline. Every pause is preparation. Every hidden moment is heaven's workshop. What you learn in obscurity will sustain you in opportunity. Think about it. When God develops you privately, He's giving you something the spotlight cannot. He's giving you roots. Roots don't grow above the surface, they grow beneath it. They anchor you. They strengthen you. They keep you grounded when storms come. Strong roots elevation leads to destruction. So while you're waiting for your season, stop despising the soil. The soil is where strength is built. You may not see it, but something sacred is happening underground. You're being prepared for what's ahead. God is teaching you patience. He's refining your attitude. He's building endurance in you. He's stripping away pride, fear, and insecurity. Because when your moment comes and you won't crumble under the weight of what you prayed for, you'll be ready, rooted, and resilient. Don't rush the process. Don't despise the quiet years. The same God who called you will cultivate you. He's not ignoring your effort. He's preparing your elevation. Sometimes He hides you so He can heal you. He separates you so He can strengthen you. He silences the noise so you can hear His voice clearly. The wilderness is not a waste, it's a workshop.
Attention homeowners. If you need to sell your house fast without making any repairs, listen.
Not a waste, it's a workshop. The silence is not absence, it's strategy. In your private development season, God will teach you lessons that fame cannot. He will break you before He builds you. He will strip you before He strengthens you. He will humble you before He honors you. Because you cannot carry glory with pride still alive in you. You cannot carry influence with insecurity still ruling you. You cannot represent the kingdom with egos still leading you. So God develops you in private, not to deny you, but to define you. One day, when God chooses to elevate you publicly, people will say it happened suddenly. They'll see the crown, but not the cave. They'll celebrate the victory, but not understand the preparation. But you'll know. You'll know it wasn't overnight. You'll know it was built in silence, through tears, through discipline, through faith that refused to quit. You'll know that your elevation wasn't luck, it was legacy. It was God. So if you're in that quiet place right now, don't lose heart. Don't question your worth. Don't assume you've been forgotten. Heaven knows your name. God is working on you, in you, and through you. Even if no one else sees it, you are being shaped for significance. The world may not see your progress, but your Creator does. When the time is right, He will make all things beautiful. In a world obsessed with applause, numbers, and recognition, it's easy to forget that God is not measuring your performance. He's measuring your progress. The culture we live in rewards what's visible, the loudest voice, the biggest platform, the most impressive image. But heaven operates on a different scale. God doesn't celebrate how well you perform in front of people. He celebrates how faithfully you grow when no one is watching. Progress is greater than performance. Performance is about presentation, but progress is about transformation. Performance focuses on how things look. Progress focuses on how things are becoming. You can perform perfectly and still be empty on the inside. You can impress the crowd and still disappoint heaven. But when you focus on progress, you shift from pretending to becoming. You stop asking, how do I look? And start asking, how am I growing? There's a big difference between looking successful and becoming mature. Performance says, I need them to see me. Progress says, I need God to change me.